Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is Defub21, and as per usual, another day, another video game trailer. Today we have the launch trailer for a game I feel pretty kind of nonplussed about, and that is Mass Effect Andromeda. It's nothing so much about the game itself that I have any issues with. It's just that I really didn't like how the original trilogy ended. And there was also some DLC shenanigans that EA got / BioWare got up to with the original game that still sticks in my metaphorical craw, as it were. And for those two kind of reasons, I can't get myself excited about this at all, I'm afraid. But hopefully maybe this launch trailer will change my mind. Fingers crossed. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this trailer and then I'll let you know what I think.
We dream of exploring the unknown, discovering what lies beyond.
The entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust. We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up. Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this, see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
No way this is home.
That's why I'm here, exploring the unknown.
Who are these guys?
Visitors just like us.
Girl, get her on the shuttle now!
Nice work, kid.
I'm only human, after all. I'm only human, after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me.
Grid is mine.
He has access!
No more mercy. Kill them all.
I'm only human, I made mistakes. I'm only human, so it takes to put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human, after all. I'm only human, after all. Don't put the blame on me.
Now you are a part of the first wave of arcs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Well, Again, nice music track, in the background, as it were. Visually, apart from the facial animation stuff, looks pretty damn good. But I love the first Mass Effect game, even with all its flaws. I had my issues with 2. Yeah, the game sort of shooting mechanics were hugely improved, but they cut back way too much on the RPG elements for my liking. And 3rd, well, quite frankly, 3rd really rubbed me the wrong way. And so after buying 3 games in the series, being a big fan of it, well, the first game, first 2 games were the most, I had issues, as I said, I had issues with 2, but I was very much big into the Mass Effect series. And now as we speak, with the release most probably only being days away at the time of recording, or it may have been released today for all I know, or maybe in early next week, depending on how things are set up. And frankly, after the ending of 3, after the whole Prothean DLC business, I'm just getting something of a shoulder shrug and not much else. And now with the news that, to put it very succinctly, even the recommended spec for running this game on PC will only get you apparently 30 frames per second to 1080p, and the minimum spec, which my processor just about meets, is for like 720p at the most basic minimum settings. Is a bit of a downer, to put it mildly. I have a GTX 970, but I've only got 8 gigs of RAM and an i5 3570K, which I've overclocked and I've got water cooled at the moment. But it's just, again, I might upgrade my computer later on this year or build a new one, but yeah, it's not really It's not really pushing any of my buttons. It's not really, you know... it really shows you kind of how EA screwed up, and I think it was mostly EA interfering to a degree at the very least, how they screwed up the Mass Effect trilogy, that someone who bought all 3 games day one effectively literally couldn't care less about this. And it should be a new major franchise for them, and the fact is that, you know, after the last, you know, after the first 3 games, you know, even if this one had Shepard back in it and some of the familiar characters I really liked from the first 3 games in it, I still wouldn't really care one way or another. And as I've the previously mentioned, you know, sky high specification requirements to get the game to run at like 60 FPS at 1080p, or even, well, actually 30 FPS at 1080p, are, you know, significantly above my system, and would this stage require an outlay of probably a couple of £100 at the bare minimum to upgrade it, assuming I don't really have to replace my CPU. And that's quite frankly a bit ridiculous. I just finished playing last year's Doom, and that game looks bloody fantastic and ran fine on my hardware. So how this game would require you know, such a, you know, significant hardware upgrade just to get 1080p or 30 frames per second is quite frankly beyond me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and feelings about the Mass Effect trilogy. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this game. If you agree with my sentiments and like the video, please click on like, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so for more scintillating content like this. This is Defub21 signing off. Toodaloo.